Tonight on DC News Now, we're tracking light snow in parts of the region, but there's brutal wind chills on the way. Meteorologist Damon Matson has a look at your weekend forecast. Plus, this Arctic blast creating problems on the tracks. Amtrak canceling more than a dozen trains serving the DMV. Also, winter shelters ready to take in those in need during the frigid conditions. What's being done in Prince George's County to keep people safe? And the American Red Cross facing a severe national blood shortage. Why the need for donations is so great right now.
News in Fairfax County. A person is dead after a crash involving a police car in Braddock, and 2 men have been detained, accused of shooting a man inside of a home in Springfield. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. A lot happening in Fairfax County at this hour. Let's get right out live now to DC News Now's Mariel Carbone in Braddock. Mariel, what can you tell us about this deadly crash that happened there?
Yeah, Mark and Annalisa, we know this happened around 1 o'clock today, and we are learning more about the person killed in this crash. That person, a 56-year-old man. Now, witnesses say that they saw him driving erratically and at a fast speed leading up to this crash. We're told that he hit the police cruiser, which then set off a chain reaction out here at this intersection. So, according to Fairfax County Police, the officer was stopped at a red light when the now deceased driver crashed into the back of their cruiser. We're then told the officer hit the car in front of them, which hit another car in front of it, and so on, making 4 vehicles total involved in this. Now, the other 3 drivers, including the officer, suffered non-life-threatening injuries. They are all adults, and we're told each of them were the only person in their vehicle. Now, right now, the crash reconstruction unit is still on scene here. They are investigating. Internal Affairs will also investigate since that officer and cruiser were involved. Police are gathering evidence. They're checking for video footage in this area, and they're also calling on the public. If you saw anything, maybe you have some dash camera footage of the driver in this crash, to contact police to share that. It's unclear how long they'll be investigating out here. Obviously, they have some of the roadway blocked off behind me, so if you're able to avoid the area, it's best to do so this evening. That is the latest out here. Reporting live in Braddock, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Mariel, thanks so much. And taking a live look at the White House now and the radar there, where we're starting to see some snow in our area, as you saw in Mariel's live shot there. That's making its way through the DMV right now, followed by that cold air, high wind warnings, and those alerts issued across the region. And tomorrow is actually a DMV First Warn Day. Let's
head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast, and just seeing that precipitation and Mariel's live shot, you know, it just kind of makes you wonder.
An interesting Friday evening rush hour situation for sure.
Yeah, and the snow is certainly something we want to just, take it easy out there as it comes through. We're not expecting a lot of snow at the end of the night. It's more so that cold in the wind tomorrow that is going to be brutal, folks. But first and foremost, there it is, this wave of snow. It took some time. That snow was not all reaching the ground as it went off to the east across the Shenandoah Valley and toward the I-95 corridor and the DC Metro. But now we're getting some darker shades of blue mixed in here. So yes, the intensity is picking up a little bit, but this snow shower activity is moving through at a fast enough pace that we're really not expecting a lot of accumulation here, perhaps a half an inch, maybe an inch in some spots. But again, it's not going to be enough to completely shut down your Friday evening, Friday night. Just something to keep in mind. It's going to be getting colder as well as this snow comes down, so it will have the chance to stick in a few locations out there. But there you go. By 8, 9 o'clock, the snow showers are done, and then we are staying dry as we head deeper into your Friday night. But unfortunately, once the snow shuts off, that's when the wind will start to pick up and the cold air will start to come on in as well. And here you go, folks. Tomorrow is going to be a rough one. High wind warnings are in place here in the orange across a good chunk of the area all day tomorrow. going into Saturday night as wind gusts could reach up to 60 miles per hour. And now we have extreme cold warnings in the dark blue here across nearly the entire area as well, with wind chills set to go below zero tonight and stay below zero all the way into Sunday morning. So it's going to be brutally cold and windy. We'll talk about how extreme it could get out there on your Saturday and when things might improve in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thanks so much. And right now we're following more breaking news, this time in Springfield, Virginia. This is a live look at Court Glen Way here. Police say a man is at the hospital after he was shot inside a home. 2 people have now since been detained. This is a developing story. We'll be sure to bring you the very latest on air and online at dcnewsnow.com as soon as we learn more. And the cold right now we've been experiencing, as Damon has been talking about here in the DMV, has been wreaking havoc from water main breaks to train cancellations.
Yeah, Haley Mylon joins us live at Union Station where passengers are dealing with those travel disruptions.
Yeah, Haley, what's the latest here?
Hey guys, yeah, it is so cold that Amtrak had to cancel 20 trains along the eastern seaboard. Some of the equipment doesn't work so well in the cold temperatures, it turns out. This is a safety precaution, but from travel disruptions to hypothermia concerns, guys, this cold isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous.
I'm tired of the snow. I need a break.
The DMV fed up with the freeze. Powerful winds and bitter cold are set to settle in overnight. Amtrak canceling more than 20 trains on Friday along the northeastern corridor, citing equipment issues caused by the extreme cold. Affected routes include Acela, Northeast Regional, and Keystone service trains between DC, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston. The issue? Freezing temps can bust brake systems and electrical equipment.
The tracks could freeze up, something could happen. It's best to be safe. So I think it's necessary.
Those powerful wind gusts and sinking temps threaten to knock out power. Gusts expected to reach 60 miles per hour. Pepco is asking customers to immediately report any outages and avoid hazards.
If you see down wires, if you see damaged equipment, stay away from that.
And as parts of the DMV will feel colder than 10 degrees below zero, Chuck McDade is urging customers to save on their energy bills with minor adjustments.
You're going to want to try to find those draft-prone areas of your home, right? So your door or your windows, and you're going to want to seal that to prevent that cold air from coming in.
Prolonged freezing temperatures continue straining infrastructure, causing pipe bursts and water main breaks. Just days ago, this flooding in a parking garage in Georgetown.
And perfect timing, guys. Right as I started talking to you, the flurries started falling here in D.C. Officials in D.C. are warning people to limit time outdoors and to call 311 with hypothermia concerns or shelter needs. We've got all that info over on dcnewsnow.com. In D.C., I'm Haley Milo. I'm going to send it back to you.
Haley, thanks so much. And right now we're seeing a surge in water main breaks, as Haley hinted at there, after a quick warm up and now cold once again. As a result, a Fairfax County office closed its doors today because of flooding. The Panino building handles neighborhood and community services as well as health and human services. All scheduled appointments were canceled. The centers in Alexandria, Annandale, and Reston are remaining open. And don't forget, you can stay up to date with your forecast right now, that weekend forecast on our website, dcnewsnow.com. You'll find current conditions, the radar and live weather cameras of what the weather situation looks like all across the DMV right now.
Well, Lisa, Washington football legend has passed away. Sonny Jurgensen died at the age of 91.
Yes, he's considered one of the best Washington quarterbacks in the history of the burgundy and gold. Sports director Derek Forrest joining us with more on this. Derek, definitely tough for folks in the DMV to wake up to this today.
Yes, certainly. Sonny Jurgensen was one of the best to do it, especially during his time. He played from 1957 to 1974, spent 11 seasons with the Washington franchise, and fans, players, and many others are mourning the loss of Sonny Jurgensen today. As a player and later as a broadcaster, Jurgensen made his mark on the organization and the DMV. Alex Flum has more on Jurgensen's legacy.
At 91 years old, Sonny Jurgensen was a Washington football legend, an NFL Hall of Famer. His perfect passes are a core memory for older Washington fans.
He goes down as one of the greatest pure passers in NFL history. I mean, nobody threw a ball like Sonny did in the 1960s.
Drafted in 1957 by Philadelphia out of Duke, in 1964, Jurgensen was traded to Washington. He played a decade for the Burgundy and Gold, leading the NFL in passing yards 3 times. His NFL best 31 passing touchdowns in 1967 is still a franchise record.
His receivers would tell you over the years, Charlie Taylor and Bobby Mitchell, his passes were so easy to catch. It was like a feather floating down from the sky. He just put the greatest touch on his passes.
Sonny was a larger-than-life figure off the field.
I remember him even saying with in an interview, this is 1961 when he played for the Eagles, I was wasted the night before. I'd been out in the bars drinking. And then the following day, I threw 4 touchdown passes.
For younger fans, Sonny was a mainstay too. He spent about 4 decades from the 1980s through 2019 on the Commanders radio broadcast.
He had kind of like this folksy delivery on air, and he was kind of like a fun-loving figure as well. He and Sam Huff and Frank Herzog gained their popularity during the glory days of the Joe Gibbs era.
He's been one of the main constants over the past 4 or 5 decades. He's seen a lot of different names. He's seen a couple of different owners. He's seen a lot of good times. He's seen a lot more bad times, but he's been one of the few constants in that time period.
Reporting, Alex Fum, DC News Now.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, Sonny, we can compare him to some of the quarterbacks like today, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, because he was one of the greats during his time, a 5-time Pro Bowler, an All-Pro, a Hall of Famer, has his jersey retired. What a remarkable career, not just on the football field, but off of the football field for Sonny.
Clearly his legacy cemented in Washington sports.
Certainly.
Great legacy. All right. Thanks so much, Derek. And meanwhile, we have some good news involving the Washington Commanders. Linebacker Bobby Wagner has been named Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. The NFL announcing that and other awards Thursday night at the NFL Honors in San Francisco. Wagner says after losing his mother in 2012 due to a stroke complication, he was motivated to create a fund that helps stroke patients while also promoting stroke education.
Congratulations to him.
Also, yeah, for sure, Mark. Well, new at 4, D.C. fire crews in Northwest Washington arriving to some flames and smoke coming from an attic. This was on Quebec Place. Fire officials say the visible flames have been put out and they're working on following up on some hot spots. No injuries were reported and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
In Virginia, Fairfax County police are searching for the man they say broke into a home stealing 2 guns. Police releasing this surveillance picture. They say that the suspect broke into the back door of the home on Big Yankee Lane in Centerville at the end of January. And if you know who this person is, you're asked to contact Fairfax County Police. And the man convicted of killing American University professor Sue Ann Markham's sentencing date is being pushed back. Jorge Landruis, who was set to be in the courtroom today but had to be taken to the hospital because of a medical issue. Prosecutors say that he beat and strangled Markham in her Bethesda home. He faces up to 30 years in prison when he's sentenced on March 3rd.